All right, we're gonna fire up the 2014 Mercedes-Benz E350 and go for a quick test drive.
I haven't spoken with, and perhaps
Turn the radio down. I'm gonna put it into sport mode as opposed to economy because that's just how I like to roll. And just pull out and go for a cruise. This car has the sport package. So you've got AMG wheels, slightly firmer suspension, sport styling on the front, a couple of other things. But it definitely has more of a exhaust note than I expected. I had a 2006 E350 daily driver for many years. I worked for a couple different Mercedes dealers 10 years ago or so, and I left just before this 2014 body style came out. I think it was 2013 might have been the facelift, but I did a YouTube video years ago comparing the sport and the luxury models. But let's just take a cruise. This car currently, the odometer reads 76,592 miles. And it's just an easy, comfortable, nice car to drive. This is a rear-wheel drive example. It's not a 4MATIC. And there's the sport pack, or the sport setting in action. Really, the sport setting on this car is just a transmission setting, largely. You start from a stop in first gear instead of second gear. If you're in the economy mode, which used to be called the comfort mode, but if you're in the E mode, it's going to start you out from a stop in second gear. In sport, it's going to start you out in first, and it's going to hold on to each gear longer, shift at a higher RPM. But it's just a super nice car, quiet, has all kinds of amenities, backup camera, heated seats, the usual things you'd expect. The original Windows sticker information is with the car. It's a little over $61,000 new. And it's amazing a car like this today is sort of, a mid to high teens price tag, which offers a lot of value, I think. When I bought my 2006 E-Class, it had about 75,000 miles on it, I guess, and I probably bought it 6 or 8 years old, and I drove it to 153,000 miles, and it was a great car. This car averages a little bit over 30 miles per gallon on the highway. And the owner who had it here, our customer, our consignment customer, ordered this car and bought it brand new, spec'd it out to his, how he wanted it, this color, this interior, the various options. And it was never a winter car for him. He says that he has an Acura MDX that he drove in the wintertime, and that this was just a summer road trip car. So he said it never saw salt ever. It was always in his garage. You'll notice that the burl walnut wood in this car has zero fading, which is a testament to how the car was stored and used. Lots of E-Classes of this generation, the burl walnut wood was fading and bleaching out prematurely. And you can actually see on the VMI report that the burl walnut wood is something that is an extended warranty item out for, for like 15 years or something. So if it does fade, you can have it replaced at the dealer under warranty. it was such an issue for Mercedes, but this is the original wood in this car, and it's beautiful. I just thought I'd take us out on the highway here. I don't normally do this on my test drives, but normally I'm selling cars that are 50 or 60 or so years old, and what they do on the highway doesn't really matter, but this is a great car to hop in and go across the country. This car apparently saw road trips, according to the owner, from New York to took it to Texas. I think he said he took it to Wisconsin. So a lot of long road trips. I can just set the cruise at 73 miles an hour. This is kind of a bumpy highway here, but it's quite comfortable. It's actually a pretty fun car to drive aggressively. Not something you do so much with an E-Class sedan 20 years ago, but they definitely made this generation E-Class so they could compete with 5 Series BMWs. So we'll see if we can get a clear on-ramp here. Yeah, here we go. Probably catch up to this truck pretty quickly. I'm putting the pedal down about halfway, maybe, if that. I think this car is 302 horsepower, if I recall. And back to 73 on the cruise control. This car was ordered with real leather interior as opposed to MB Techs. Most people don't realize that most E-Classes, and standard for E-Classes, is a MB Techs vinyl interior. Most people don't realize that the $60,000+ car they're buying has or doesn't have leather interior. But almost every E-Class, probably 95% of E-Classes, E350s, have MB Techs interior. And this one was specifically ordered with leather, which is in great shape. It's held up beautifully. I think in my years at the dealership, I was there for about 4 years, I probably saw maybe 3 or 4 E350s with leather. It was a little more common to have leather in a 550 or a V8 E-Class as opposed to the 6-cylinder. But I just can't think of a better sort of daily driver, I guess, or long distance road trip car. The oil was just changed. A Mobil 1 synthetic oil change was just done to this car last week, so it isn't due for another year. Michelin tires on this car were put on earlier this year, and they have date codes. They're 2023 date codes. I think I saw the 13th week of 2023 on one of the tires. So those are new as well. And this guy put about 7,500 miles a year on the car. If we average this is 76,000 out over almost 10 years. So I'm going to go back the way we came because this dump truck is kind of fouling things up. Oh no, he's going the way we came, so we're going to go straight. And let's hope this Kia from Florida decides to go the speed limit. God, yeah, so they don't really know what to do when they see a roundabout. It's not a stop sign, buddy. There we are at cruise control at 63 miles an hour. Just totally smooth and quiet in here. Back where we came from. That's the 2014 E350 test drive. Just back it up here. I don't know if you can see the camera, but it comes in handy.